We're joined now by Lieutenant Masha Michelson, a spokeswoman, I should say, for the Israel Defense Forces. Lieutenant, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start at Gaza's southern border, if we could. There have been mixed reports this morning that a ceasefire of some sorts is in the works in order to allow Egypt to open the Rafah border crossing, allow foreign nationals to actually leave Gaza. What's the latest on that? And have you received word that that will, in fact, actually happen?
Any talk of ceasefire is being handled by the political echelon, and we have a security cabinet for that and skilled politicians handling this conflict. The IDF is focused on military steps, and we will be instructed to seize or intensify them according to the political echelon's requirements. So that's really a question for them.
Okay, understood. I know it's sensitive too. Then let's go here. Not only do you have the fighting to the south in Gaza with Hamas, but we also understand that on Sunday night, last night, fighting intensified in the north between Israelis and members of the Hezbollah terrorist organization. How concerned is the IDF that the attacks are now coming from multiple angles, from multiple groups?
Last week, when the war started, we've seen the most efficient and quick enrollment and enlistment of reservists to the IDF, probably in the country's history. Over 300,000 people enlisted in 48 hours, not only to the southern front, but also to the north. So we have our station manned up north, and we are ready for anything that comes our way. So yes, the IDF has seen some movement on the northern front, attempts to infiltrate the border by small groups of people, attempts to fly UAVs over the border. The IDF is striking back because Hezbollah is responsible for most, if not all, of these actions. Hezbollah has 99% of southern Lebanon under their control, and nothing gets through there without their knowledge. So we hear Hamas calling other terrorist organizations and other Palestinians, Israeli Arabs, to join their fight, quote unquote. All we have to do, and all that's left for us to do, is to warn people very strongly against it.
Speaking of movement, we've talked about Israel's looming, really unprecedented ground invasion of Gaza. It's been expected, it's been anticipated for many days now. How close are we to seeing that happen?
I'm not going to go into the larger strategy or the timing of our steps. All options have been presented to the political echelon. There are a lot of factors that are going into this plan. And a ground operation is one of the options on the table. We have troops training. We have troops around the southern area training with equipment, training with the terrain. And if we're called to do so, we will be ready.
Also last week, there was a 24-hour warning issued for residents in northern Gaza to evacuate ahead of a likely ground assault. And I think we all watched on Friday morning as the IDF deployed those thousands of flyers from the sky. It fell like snow, telling innocent Palestinians to get out while they still could. Where does that warning and plan stand as of now?
This warning was for the innocent people of Gaza. Yes, you are correct. There was no actual time limit on that. We understand that evacuation takes time. We understand that people have different abilities and different speeds of moving, and we are considering it. There have been safe hours issued on a route from the northern part of Gaza to the southern part of Gaza. But we have intelligence, and we have released visuals of Hamas posting blockades near the city of Gaza, which is in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, blocking people from getting out and encouraging people to stay in their homes, because this is who Hamas are. They do not care about their civilians and their safety, and they want to keep using them as human shields.
Yeah, they have absolutely no moral compass, that's for sure. And my last quick question for you, Lieutenant, how long is the IDF prepared to fight? I mean, what are the capabilities, the resources, the manpower that you have for this to be ongoing for longer than we're hoping?
I'm going to give you a military answer and a personal answer.
Okay.
The IDF is prepared. Absolutely prepared. We are not lacking in equipment. Anybody who needs anything will receive it. And personally, I think we're all seeing that the people of this country are the IDF. They're putting their differences aside. They're enlisting into reserve service. They're training at light speed. The people are the army is the people. It has been this way since 1948 when David Ben-Gurion founded the IDF. And even if I, in the spokesperson office, were lacking in anything from clothes to technological equipment, we have seen such calls from around the world to support the IDF that I'm sure it would be handled in lightning speed.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.